Today I have a few things planned, the first one being going to work. Due to the pandemic, at the moment I can choose whether or not I want to go to the office to work or work from home. Because I live alone, I tend to go to the office a few times a week, just to search out some of that genuine human connection or something like that. Overall, the office is a pretty good time though. It has as much coffee as I could ever want, and just generally provides a productive environment feel, similar to that of a library or a general workspace, or even the office pre-COVID times. During my lunch break, I hit up the local Chinese bazaar to get some craft supplies. The lighting in this video looks super weird, it wasn't like that in person, but this makes it like there was some sort of strobe effect going on, which is the closest I'm probably going to get to a party this year, so let's just enjoy that for a second. So I left work late because I was like too obsessed with this problem I was doing, lol. So now I'm a little bit behind. I'm meeting my friend and we're making sushi together. But, oh well. Are you ever more lost than in a wine section? Going for this one at £3.10. Come on, Spain. Same clothes as yesterday because I didn't go home and change last night. Now that we all know I'm not a Victorian Christian female. Cool. Ooh, and what's this? Another time lapse of me working? What a surprise! Friday was wild. Welcome to Madrid, huh? How many police cars does one city need? How's your Friday night going? Let me show you how mine is. I'm currently straining wine so that I don't drink the cork. 5 minutes earlier. So I'm trying to open a wine bottle with a knife. So at the moment, I'm trying to start up my own Etsy shop selling chokers, so I spend the evening attaching these heart-shaped beads onto the end, just to give them a nice little finish, you know? So has it ever been like midnight and you're trying to start your own Etsy shop selling chokers, you're trying to put on lipstick so you can take photos to put on your Etsy shop, and you wish that you'd like spend most of your life being better at makeup so that you could actually do this, but I'm just failing so much, so I thought we'd film it so we all know why I don't have a makeup channel. Okay, so the way that I take these photos is I set my camera up and then I turn all the lights off and I basically rely on the flash to make me look way more attractive than I am. Self-deprecating jokes, what else do we live for? Anyways, then I leave it on timer mode and I take 10 sequential photos, trying to change the pose a little bit each time. 300 photographs later, here are how some of the best ones turned out. So it's Saturday morning today and I was supposed to hang out with my friend to go for a walk, but he just cancelled, which is fine because I like hanging out with myself. And instead I'm going to use the morning to tidy up this. It's not that messy yet, but I feel like it's an achievable amount of mess. I reckon I can do this in about 5 or 6 songs, so I guess that's what we'll do this morning. So this is about 2 hours of my life on time lapse. It took absolutely ages to tidy up the flat, but hey, at least the footage is satisfying. Okay, so the quick 30-minute tidy up turned into like 2 hours of my life that I won't get back. But I did manage to do a lot of things because the floor is currently drying. Outfit shout out! Today we are rocking all black fashion. Oh look! Some passive aggressive rubbish turned out by past me. Man, that sentence was so hard to say. There's something about when you go outside and it's sunny, it just makes you feel so happy. I don't know why. So I just spent my Saturday running some errands. I went to the local bead shop to buy some more beads that I was looking for, and I also went thrifting. I want to make an entire video dedicated to Madrid's thrifting scene because it's so good. My favourite shop is this shop called Umana, where on different days the pricing is different, so I try and time it for like cheaper days. I then proceeded to head to the Plaza Mayor so I could meet my friend to go for beers. This is one of the weirdest things about living in a city that you used to tourist in, is that you end up going to these sites like, oh yeah, let's just meet up in the Plaza Mayor. It's like, what? Never really understood why the Plaza Mayor is so famous, you know. I think it must be these archways, because they're really unusual. I was like all these people hanging out in the sun. That's cute. The sun bit and the not sun.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm filming a video called My Life in a Week. It's only for 2 seconds. Just cheers. Who empty your glass for me, please?
Just empty it. Just have another one.
Okay, wait, true. Okay. Cheers, man. Today I'm having a really weird day where I'm actually meeting with 3 different friends, but they all live together. I just like to have some time with people where I see them by themselves. So me and my friend are going to do a rock exchange. So I'm actually going to bring all of my rocks so she can choose one. And the next time I'm at her house, I guess that she will take one. Mask. Let's go. So I was meeting my friend for breakfast in my old neighbourhood, Cuatro Caminos. This is where my first ever flat was when I moved to Madrid, and I really love the neighbourhood. It has a really nice vibe, so it was super great to go back there for breakfast. Okay, so I'm back from my breakfast, which was amazing by the way. It was so nice to connect with her on like a more deeper level. So I have about half an hour before I need to leave to meet the second member of the flat. So I'm going to use that time to finish tidying up my flat. Yesterday I did tidy it pretty well, but because I left it with the floor drying, I didn't quite finish it. So I feel like just 30 minutes, tidy up all the clothing that was drying, put everything back in place. Gotta get that feng shui on point, you know? So like most mid-20-year-old adults, my internet consumption has changed dramatically over the years, and recently I have found myself in a lot of like ASMR clothing folding, you know? And I have discovered Marie Kondo's folding technique, and let me tell you, it is a game changer. I don't think I'd quite be generous enough to call it life-changing, but game-changing I will give it. So the principle behind this folding technique is that you fold all your clothes into these sort of blocks, and then they can stand upright by themselves and you can put them into the drawers, but it means that you can really easily visibly see everything that you have. It has taken me a while to really perfect the technique. Marie Kondo, if I had one piece of advice for you, when you do your demonstrations, could you please do them with like more complicated clothing rather than always doing like a block t-shirt? I would really love it. Thanks. Okay, I think we can all agree that the feng shui is looking maybe not perfect, but a whole lot better. These boxes are ruining my feng shui. Last person in the office. Lame flex. And today I am so tired. I cannot wait to get home and just like chill out. First we're going food shopping. I feel like this has honestly been one of the most boring days of my life. Like I've literally gone to work, spent way too long at work, and then just gone to my favourite supermarket afterwards. And now we're home by a nice comfortable 10 to 9, an hour before lockdown. But I guess this is the real daily life. So on today's wild Monday evening, what I want to do is basically finish a bunch of projects that I've started but then haven't finished. So I've got out all my craft things and I'm basically going to go through them sequentially and try and finish them off. The finishing off session was actually really productive. First I repaired a few necklaces that I'd broken whilst wearing. Then I attached these massive 2 beads to strings. The plan for these is to then hang them in my window, and the idea is that when the sun hits them it breaks the sunlight and makes these rainbows in the walls. I also finished off a plant hanger, and if you've been around my YouTube channel for a while you will know that I love a good plant hanger. So I've basically realised whilst editing this video that whilst I've shown myself at work a lot, I've not actually spoken about what I've done at work. This week at work, I worked way too much. I was really stressed, there was a lot of deadlines coming on and all this kind of stuff, which is probably why I haven't spoken about it in the edit, because I'm still too traumatised from the experience. But after work on this Tuesday, I went to a park to hang out with some friends, and it was really fun. I discovered these amazingly massive pine cones. And one of the guys there had one of these long cord things I don't know the name for, and I got to try it out and it was really fun and I was really terrible at it. But in the whole time in the back of my mind, I was still just thinking about work and all the work I had to do the next day. So, mixed emotions, you know. there was a time in my life when I would have only bought 1 jar of gherkins when I went to the store. Those days are behind me now. Now I know that I eat gherkins by the handful. I don't really have any food in. Or at least, I don't eat fast food in. And it's like 11 PM for eating that mad. You know? Good morning. So today I'm actually working from my house because I had to start working at 8 today and I was really stressed about it because I have so much to do. Maybe I'll explain more about what I do, but I'm going to do it later because I'm really stressed and I just need to start now. I have worked far too much the past few days. So what happened was I was changing team, but I was also doing Scrum Master, which in programming is like the person that's in charge of organising the team and everything. So I had to make sure I finished all the work for my old team, plus organise all the stuff for my new team and get up to speed and understand everything that was happening in my new team. And I didn't want to look terrible because I'm not exactly the most experienced software engineer. So I was trying to make sure that I was reading everything, understanding everything, but trying to finish my other work, and loads of people started asking me questions because I was taking over this new team. Today I started work at 8 this morning, and the time right now is 5:30, so I'm going to stop working now because the main stress is done and I just feel like I need to have a rest, I need to relax. If not, I'm not going to be in good shape tomorrow. I was on the road to a burnout. I could feel it because I was getting angry over like little small things that I don't usually get mad about, so it means I need to have like a proper relax. So I think I'm going to go to the park and just chill out with my evening. On today's episode of What Unnecessarily Fancy Outfit is Ellie wearing to the park? Yep, you guessed it. It's the black wrap dress. Okay, if I don't go, I'm gonna be late, so let's go. That last sentence did not age well, and let me tell you why. My friend and I arranged to meet in Jacinto Benavente. Oh my god, the Spanish are screaming right now. Turns out there's 2 of these in Madrid. I went to the statue in the park and he went to the plaza. Good job. So every time I said the word park in the past clips, what I actually meant was the museum. Oh yeah, and I was really late. The museum was running a sort of amateur photography exposition on how COVID and the first lockdown had affected people's lives in Madrid.